Hello, my beautiful souls, and welcome to the Oracle of the Light channel. So, hello, everybody. It's lovely to see you all today. It's so nice for you all to be watching. Today's show, we've got an interesting episode lined up for you today. We're going to be looking at the rollercoaster relations between Felon 45 and Elon. What on earth is going on at the moment? Where are they up to with things? There's been lots of ups and downs with everything, and I think that's why I decided to call it rollercoaster, because it's like a rollercoaster at the moment. Things going on. It's really like up and down, twists and turns, loop the loops, everything's going on. So yeah, this is what this episode today is going to be all about. We're going to be using the tarot cards and the oracle cards to see what they have to say about it. Going to be interesting to see what they have to say. As usual, I always have to say as well, all readings are for entertainment purposes only, as you know. But before we begin, don't forget to give it a thumbs up at the bottom there. And also, if you do enjoy the channel, do subscribe. It really does mean a lot to us. So it really just that little subscription that's free as well, mainly means so much to us as well. So we do appreciate that. So on with the show. Let's begin. So what do we're going to start with the tarot cards to begin with. What do they say about the relationship at the moment and the relations between Elon and Felon 45 that I won't name by name? Okay, so let's see what they have to say. So these are the cosmic tarot cards that I'm using. What light can they shine on this at the moment? So just shuffling the cards a bit. I'm just seeing what different spread I have to do with this. So I usually change my different spreads depending on what we want to know. And I think in terms of this, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to draw about 8 cards, I think, for this. I feel I want to, again, 4 cards for each person. May even draw 10 cards, actually. We'll see. I might draw a final card after I've done it for each of them, if you know what I mean. So we'll have 4 and 4, and then a final one in the middle, if that makes sense. So we'll end up with 10. So lots to read. But I will draw those last 2 cards at the very end as well, and I'll also draw an Oracle of the Light card for each of them as well. So that'll be quite telling. So we'll see where we're at. So let's draw the first 8 cards out then. So the question we're going to be asking is, what is the relationship like between Felon 45 and Elon? That's our question. I'll put it down so you can see me draw the cards. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Wow, a lot of upside downs. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so if we have the 2 halves here, I do want to say this is Trump. I feel this is sorry, Felon 45. And this is Elon we're going to start with over here, okay? So yeah, we're Elon over here, Felon over here, okay? So let's go through these cards then and see what they have to say. So the first card is this one upside down, the 6 of Cups. So lots of love lost. For me, this is when this is the right way up, this is to do with a lot of love being close to you. So this is a distancing card. I feel this is. I think there's distancing going on because obviously with it being upside down, that person is more distanced than they're appearing in the card now. You know. Also, that the love's gone out of the relationship, if you like. So like the relationship had a moment where they were all like buddy, 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 and I just don't think there is buddy, buddy anymore. I think that buddiness has left a little bit and gone. So things are a little bit darker for Elon in more ways than one, and lots of lots of love lost. And I think that also as well, I think that things haven't almost gone to plan. I don't think they expected things to go the way they have in terms of the public saying no, and I don't think he expected that. Ironically, I think any normal person would, but I don't think he has. He did, and so it's almost surprised him a little bit, and he's feeling. I think he's feeling definitely not as strong as he used to. A little bit more alone. The next card I want to say is a Prince of Pentacles upside down. So the Prince of Pentacles is connected to money, and Pentacles keeping it money close to his chest, but also the fact it's upside down is definitely a sense of him losing that money. There's a sense of that money disappearing. So he's been trying to keep it close to his chest, but it's been still vanishing. I need to reference the flag in the background as well, in terms of the American flag and him turning his back on that flag. I think that's the reason why. He's really just used America for his own personal gain, and he's really not cared about what he's done in that sense. He's just fixed on his own wealth and his own him getting better. But interestingly, it's not. It's gone wrong. The plan's gone wrong, and he's going wrong. I feel, so the things he was trying to fix, the things he was trying to get in place and figure out and play like a chess piece almost has not quite worked out like that, So yeah, that is that card. Now the Seven of Pentacles as well, a very telling card as well. Now this way up, there's to do with this card has a lot to do with isolation. It's a lot to do with losing wealth as well. But I feel this is also to do with losing like the people. There's that I think people used to like love and like his brand and his product and everything, and now it's almost like even that love is being lost, and this is meaning he's now kind of very much like left on his own there. The fact that it's upside down means again a lot of wealth being lost. You can see how that money is being all around him, but it's like it's just disappearing away and he can't control it. And I think that I don't think he likes the lack of control that he suddenly seems to have or doesn't have, if you know what I mean. He used to think he could control everything. I think this is a lot to do with him. I think he's quite a control person, very much likes to be on control, and all of a sudden he isn't quite as in control because suddenly the power that he thought he had doesn't seem to be there because of everything being of all of the money vanishing and all and disappearing away. I think that that is significant there too. And the Lovers, quite an interesting card to come up, but I think this is I almost feel that this is himself. I think this is a very I'm just picking from this card a very narcissistic sensibility of, if you know what I mean. And I almost feel like he loves himself, I really don't feel like that relationship aspect. I think though that what this is saying though is that he was trying to almost play Felon 45 and play him in the sense of try and get close to him, to turn him to his usage the best he could. And I think that he would use closeness and a buddiness to do that, But I feel as well though that there is very much like a narcissistic sense I'm getting with this, very self-obsessed, can see only as far as himself, um, can't see the beauty that surrounds him. He's just fixed on his own gain and his own life in that sense. Okay. So Felon 45, then we're going to move over to Felon 45. This side over here. So this one, we're going to start with the Princess of Wands. Now we've had this pop up before, and I think this is almost to do with almost, I feel, in terms of the relationship, I feel this could even be to do with like Melania and this side of things. I feel as because there's a lot being hidden, I feel, from us that isn't in public view, although they're being also callous in just being open about how taken and corrupt almost they're being, and being so brutally open about these things. It's really ridiculous and scary. But I feel that this princess is almost like representative of something going on behind here. There's something going on with almost like, I want to say, she's not happy, and there's something to do with her not being happy. There's something, I don't know whether she expected things to be going easier, and there's something to do with this, yeah, there's something about her not being happy, not being content. But also, I do feel as well that there is also, I had this for being a lady around Felon 45 that is also, that he's obsessing about, and I need to connect that to the meaning of this card as well. So there is Trump's been a bit disturbed by someone at the moment. The Nine of Cups, I mean, this is about the relationship between Felon 45 and Elon. And again, lots of love lost here. The fact it's upside down is really significant. There's a lot of love lost. There's not a lot of love to go around. They're not seeing eye to eye. Now, in this card, they are seeing eye to eye, but because it's upside down, I want to say they're not seeing eye to eye. So, like they were seeing eye to eye before, like before, you could almost say that this card was the right way up. But now it feels like this card is because it's come this way up. There's a real sense of them not seeing eye to eye. They're maybe starting to not be on the same page as each other. Okay, I think that's quite significant. So we might see some change in how he appears around Trump, and around Felon 45. We might see some changes in how they portray themselves and where they appear exactly. So he might not be standing up in the meetings, or he might not be walking into the office necessarily. There's definitely a sense of not seeing eye to eye, not connecting like they used to, you know. And also, so this one, it's incredible. We had this card only the other day for Felon 45, and it's come out again. This is Felon 45, He likes to think he's this golden, incredible businessman, when in fact he's not. He's bankrupted 6 businesses. He's now bankrupt in America. And everything he seems to touch seems to dismantle and fall apart. But he likes to have all the pizzazz and likes to have all the gold and everything like this. But in reality, there's nothing there. There's no morals, there's no conscience, there's nothing. And the reason why this card has come out is because he's simply as obsessed about himself as he always was. I know this is about the relations between Felon 45 and Felon 45 and Elon, but when you have 2 narcissists in a room together, they only think of each of themselves, So it's again, he's actually thinking very much about himself, ironically, in this situation, He's also thinking about the power that he is in the fact that he is in the White House. I think he sees that as being in more control than Elon, though. So he sees that and being able to get one over him almost, So it's quite possible. It's interesting that I said one over. So let's watch this space. But it might be that Trump pulls a move which actually Elon comes out not very good from, actually. There might be something that happens. He might throw him under the bus, basically, might be coming up on the cards here. Felon 45 may well throw Elon under the bus without a second glance, So yeah, and the next card is the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, So I believe that this Eight of Pentacles, I think this might be connected to his electronic currency, and an electronic currency in the sense of make believe. You see that that's coming from her mind, and it's almost like I think he's always going to think he's rich and a billionaire, even when he's actually not. And I think that it's like this delusion that he lives within, if you like, And I think that that's what this card is. He's always going to think he's this rich billionaire, even on paper, he really isn't. And I think what this is showing is a sense of the delusion almost in his mind that it's gonna keep going round and around and around. I am this. There's a lot of denial in this card. I am this. I am this. I am a good person. I am. It's like, you know, there's a tremendous amount of denial, and there's a tremendous amount of almost like what he believes, if you like, doesn't have to relate to any actual facts, if you like, yeah. So there are the first 8 cards of the reading. It's really quite interesting and telling. There's certainly a lot of love lost. There's certainly a lot of not seeing eye to eye, of potentially people being thrown under the bus, maybe Elon being thrown under the bus potentially. So it'll be interesting to see what plays out. But also, I actually feel as well that this card links to Felon 45's always trying to play the game and always trying to have his finger in a lot of pies. And I think that's what this also connects to he's always got avenues of money coming in. And I think also that's what the circle represents. He's also got he's going to continually to have a number of different income sources from various corrupt places. Okay, I feel that that's what that card is also recognizing, and he's lining those situations up as we speak. I feel as well. So he's almost like misusing his position as a president to get some deals. He's misusing his position as a president to find avenues for income, which is not perhaps fully legal. I would say with that, I feel that's a thorn brush as well. I feel that avenues of that money are going to create hurt to people as well. So there's definitely avenues, that are going to hurt people, and he's going to have to wake up and smell the roses. Interestingly, I get with that. So I do feel that does suggest there might be some cases brought about this as well, because when you smell the roses, that's to do with like facing it. So which is also coming out from the card there. So let me now get a single card for in the middle of each one as almost like a summary card, if you like. So first card for Elon and the second card for Trump. Okay, so this one we have for Elon is this one. So I feel this whole scenario is actually going to really tire him out. I feel that he's going to actually, I wouldn't be surprised, is after all of these events that are going on and everything like that it actually goes really quiet, actually. At some point, I feel there's going to just be a sense of him being out the picture. We're not going to hear from him. I think he's going to, and I think the reason for that is that almost like things came back to bite him and he's almost having regrets now and almost like just keeping his head down, getting out of there. He's tired as well. There's definitely a sense of tiredness because I feel that he is that woman that's tired and laying back. Again, not feeling the love because there's love around, but none of it's close by. And I feel that that's what that represents. Okay. Felon 45, I feel this is Felon 45 in Mar-a-Lago. I feel what this is. I think Felon's response is going to be to lock himself away in his little kingdom and be in denial of everything that's going on, not face the roses if you're going to all help it. And he's going to keep his money close to his chest, which is why this money is coming straight through his womb, through his chest. He's going to keep his money close. I feel I wouldn't be surprised if he said that privately, the sense of like, I'm going to keep my money close. So I won't, I just get that sense of him. The reason why I'm saying Mar-a-Lago, because it's looked like his little kingdom that he's built. There's like the green as well. There even looks like that even looks like a bunker in a golf course, actually. So there's definitely that sense of he's going to lock himself away in denial in this little universe, surrounded by yes people. And I really feel that he's going to be in this like deluded world where he thinks he's this lovely, kind person, which is what looks like in that card. When in actual fact, he just will not. He will not smell the roses. There are roses in this card, you see, but he's not going to just. He's not going to smell them. In fact, he's looking the other way than the rose in that card. So I think that's to do with he is really not going to want to smell those roses. I think he's going to have to be forced to be. But I think people can take control of that, and I do see him smelling the roses at some point. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get an Oracle of the Light card for each of them as well. So this is a deck of cards that me and Francesco designed. It'll be interesting to see what we get for Elon and Felon 45. Don't forget, everybody, I do appreciate you giving your thumbs up if you're enjoying the video, and also do subscribe. I do appreciate it so much. It does mean a lot. So let's get one of these cards then. Okay, so I'll put the thing down so you can see. So for Elon, we have that. And Felon 45, we have that. So we have the unwritten story. So I feel what this is to do with Elon is a sense of like almost he's got to almost find another route here with things. I think that what he was expecting to happen isn't going to happen. He's got to write his own story and write another new direction almost. He's got to take a direction. He's got to move on to and turn the page. Basically, turn the page is what this is about. Turn the page to something new, move on, let go. There's definitely this sense of like putting a divide line here. So that definitely a sense of the relations are really not going well. It feels like the sense of them maybe becoming more distant. And I think in time he's going to put more distance until he turns that page finally, And Felon 45, in my thoughts, this is Felon 45 is just going to think of himself. I think it's what this card is. He's simply going to be thinking of himself. He's not going to be thinking about Elon at all. He's just going to think about him and how much can he make out of everything. How much can he squeeze out of everybody around him, possibly that he can make out of everything. I think that's what's going to happen there. So in my thoughts, he is going to be in his thoughts. That's what I feel that is. So an interesting reading, really interesting what's come up. It doesn't look like the relationship is going very well. The relations, I do feel, are like a bit of a roller coaster by the look of it, and it doesn't feel to me like the relationship at the moment is going that great. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But listen, thank you very much, everybody, for watching the video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up at the bottom there. And if you do enjoy the videos, do subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. So without further ado, with lots of love and light, I will see you all really, really soon. Take care, everybody, from the Oracle of the Light. Take care. See you later.